Hey everybody, I'm Sasha Clairvasian from Music, Movies, and Hoops. I'm so excited for this interview with the two-time Austin Hip Hop Award-winning, one-time Austin Music Award nominated, and all the time hustling Miss Mama Duke. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can keep growing this brand. But yeah, Mama Duke is just fantastic. This is such a great conversation. She's so real. She has so much to share. It's really less of an interview and more of a back and forth. Without further ado, enjoy the conversation.
It's like the pandemic gave me an opportunity to sit the fuck down. Like I had a job and you get into a fucking routine. You know what I'm saying? It's like you go home, you work on one song when you get home, you walk your dog, you lay down with your girl, maybe a little, you know what I'm saying, a little something. You wake up and you do it and you do it again. And then you do it again. So like when I lost my job, I'm like, it's time to turn the fuck up. I have all the time for me now, you know? Now I can really hustle.
What was your day job?
I worked at a coffee shop.
Okay. Which one?
Fuck them.
You're not gonna say. Okay.
Ain't no free promo.
Yeah, I love that. So tell us about how you've
made the use of this time and digging into your craft.
I have a new, I call them itches, right? Like, being like Artist of the Month was one of my itches for a long time that I'm glad I got to scratch, if you will. So it was Universal, it was Sound Sync, and it was the Austin Music Foundation.
They're great.
They did a songwriting camp, and it really changed my life around because I've always wanted, like I always have done like jingles and made up these melodies. And I never, you know, coming from where I come from, my family didn't do music, bro. Nobody played the goddamn harmonica, not a recorder, not a banjo. Yeah. But who doesn't sing?
My dad.
Okay, I feel you, but like professionally, even like kind of, there wasn't one story where it was like, you know, I went on the road, or, you know, I sang one time at the, you know, it was all church, but it was cool to, anyways, they did like a songwriting camp, and it allowed me to be in a space to find out that I love songwriting. It's like, you know, you love songwriting. Clearly we do music, but you don't call it that. I don't come from that. Songwriting, we do that. But to actually work on that craft and to work with the team and come up with lyrics and a finished product and have deadlines and turning it in. And that was the coolest shit ever. And then it was virtually. So it was cool working with people from Brazil and Mexico. I'm like, what the fuck, who am I? I like got thrown into this thing. I just got a home studio. So again, COVID allowed me to get all this stuff, you know, unemployment, shit was right. Like I got my mic, I got my Mac, I got my speakers. So I think that was a turning point, that getting chosen for the songwriting camp. I was like, me? You see me? And I had one song out on Spotify.
Before that.
Before this.
Oh, and this happened to you last year?
Yeah.
So this has been a recent changes for you. You're in this upstream.
Bro, this album was the first album I've ever had on streaming platforms.
Ballsy. Yeah, it's your only thing on, I know you have other mixtapes, but it's the only thing on.
Yeah. So that was a huge fire in my ass. I'm like, the Universal saw me?
Yes!
Or chose me, and I had one fucking song out, Wet. That's crazy to me. So that was a turning point, where to get chosen and then to have songs that were liked, and then to meet artists that were signed to Universal, and that to be, I don't know, bro. It was just a huge, like, okay, fuck all this local shit. Like we have this thing as not hip hop artists, just as people, you know, like sometimes I feel really small in Austin, and sometimes I feel too big for Austin. You know?
Interesting.
You know, like small fish, big pond, big fish, small pond. Like I struggle with that all the time. And I had been feeling like, it's weird, man. Like, cause people could look at my life and be like, man, you're fucking killing shit. And I am, but the appetite gets bigger, bro.
Yes, it does.
I don't motherfucking want Captain Crunch no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
by the time you get it, you've already moved on.
So you're talking about songwriting outside of hip hop?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Bro, I wrote country songs.
Okay, cool.
I wasn't able to listen to rap growing up.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I was raised with the
Okay.
Mexican side of my family. So my mom
Okay.
was like, no rap. You can just listen to country and Tejano music,
Okay.
which is hilarious because now I'm a rapper.
It's fantastic.
It's the coolest shit ever.
You sing some of the hooks on your album.
All of the hooks on my album.
Yeah, but you were, before we started taping, you did a little sing. Your voice is beautiful.
Thank you, man.
It's really, really nice.
Thank you. I'm finally like singing more, and it just used to, I don't know.
Do you feel yourself moving more in like a mogul role of like producing people, doing different kind of genres? Is that kind of where you want to head? I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I'm just trying to reflect.
No, 100%. I'm moving into a space where nothing is off limits. If it makes sense,
God bless.
You know what I'm saying? Where if it makes sense for me to jump on this shit, like the universe is pulling me not away from rap, but into different things. I feel like I'm so much bigger than just one genre of music.
Mama Duke, how do you write? Tell us about your writing process.
Hear a beat. I have to hear the beat first. I always
do you make beats?
No, I wish.
Okay, maybe that's something next for you, because then you could kind of control all the elements.
But the only reason I don't is because I have ADD, and it's hard for me to get anything done. So if I added beats to my life, I'm done. I'm done.
Totally.
I barely can finish music. Imagine beats. No, absolutely not.
Okay, so how do you get your beats?
Do you producers you work with specifically? Do you get
local
stuff online?
Producers, YouTube,
you keep it local?
For sure. Oh yeah, no, not all the time. You can't.
Okay.
It's like, you know what I mean? Not yet, anyways. I don't know enough people because I just started making music, really, if that makes sense. I've always done music, but now like getting a good sound, getting a good beat. I'm doing music. I'm finally getting the business part of it.
Okay.
So it's like, I can't, you gotta meet with a producer right here. Paperwork gotta be right. It's a whole different ballgame now, It sucks. I wish we didn't live in a world like that. Like having to get paperwork, sometimes takes the fun out of the shit.
It's so true. So true.
So a little bit more about kind of what your life is like now. So you're writing a ton, you're writing in different styles. Is that what you're doing? Is that the majority of your day?
Do you know what the Oculus Quest 2 is?
Yeah, I do.
Bro.
VR?
Yes. Bro, I've been performing an open mic in VR.
No. Really?
So I'll literally, after this, I'm gonna send you a DM of my performance. And you can go into rooms and show people your music videos. Like, hey, who's next? Who wants to come up and you go up and you put in your YouTube and everybody's like,
no, this isn't real. Is this real?
I promise you. I promise
my God.
you. It's crazy. I got asked to do the Facebook, like they have like a beta version of, like, now I'm creating my own world where it's like, I would love to create a world where people can come and at 3:00 Central, I perform. Bro, I'm just trying. That's the shit I want to stream, bro.
This is the hustler talking. This is all so familiar. I love this.
It's just like so many possibilities. So the majority of my day is making music.
That's awesome.
And
doesn't it feel great?
And creating content. Like the fact that I can, like, tomorrow I can get up when the fuck I want to. And now it's cool to like be in the stage of quarantine where you're not beating yourself up. Remember at the beginning, like, I really need to get up and do something. Like, we all have that. And of course I have my days, but there's nothing in the world better than waking up at 11. It's because I think you start to beat yourself up less when you actually get shit done.
Right.
Like if you're really working from noon till 8, and you wake up at 11 the next day, you don't go, what am I doing?
That's 8 hours.
My life?
You've had a lot of success with merch.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is? What do you think people are buying about your brand?
I think people know that I really give a fuck about them. And
that's so important.
I really do, bro. Like, I don't come from this. It's like, I'm really, really baffled. Like, I'm really like, you give a fuck? Then it makes me give a fuck. You know what I mean? It's because I answer every DM. I'm not just like, oh, thanks for your sell. You're appreciated. It's like, nah, I'm sending voice notes. I'm responding to everybody. I'm liking their shit. I'm like, how can I support you? I'm invested, bro. And maybe not always with my money, but always with my time and my genuine love. I'm transparent, man. And in a world full of calculated people, I think in 2021, 2020, we know what's real and what isn't, man. We always have, but we just accepted what we could accept because we had to. Got 4 friends, don't really like 3, but I need 4 friends. What I look like with 1. So you just put up with bullshit. And now it's like, hold up, I don't even see these motherfuckers like that. Do I really fuck with this nigga? Actually, I don't. I don't know how many, bro, I've lost so many friends in a pandemic, but only because I know what genuine support feels like now. And I'm just not accepting. It's like when you get with a new girl and you like,
you're actually going to pick me up and like treat me to dinner.
You got me something for Valentine's Day? Even though this like, I'm not the boy in the fucking relationship. God damn it, I'm a girl. Give me some motherfucking flowers type shit.
You're going to be there when we wake up? Wait, what?
Wait, hold up. I think I know what real friendship is. I know what real friendship is. And as a female in hip hop, always wanted to be accepted by the guys. I took what I could. I took back-ended, like, you know what I mean? I looked over the, like, you know, when you tell somebody some good news, I could literally be like, yo, I just signed a deal. I could just tell somebody that. And that's amazing. And somebody could really, you know, when somebody's not happy for you, if the first thing out of their mouth was like, oh, bro, that reminds me. So this nigga, what? It's like, I know what all that is. You know, I read books on fucking body language. Fuck all that. Why do you get like that? I'm a female, came in here with my girl. Why is your ass tight? I don't have time for that. And it's okay. Like, I think in hip hop, when somebody don't fuck with you, you take that as beef. Nah, beef is when you can't sleep, nigga. Beef is when, you know, this isn't beef. So I took you off Instagram. We just don't fuck with each other. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's not beef. I just don't like you and you don't like me. And we said it out loud. That's it.
It must be tough to like ride the wave of like, there's a lot of things that need to be said. And I could be the person to wave that banner, wave that flag, but it's also not always, it shouldn't always be your responsibility. No one made you in charge of righting all these wrongs. And so when to kind of speak up and when to just live and let live, I'm sure that's a daily
back and
for
forth.
sure, man. Especially because like at the end of the day, I'm a woman. So if there's weird air, I want to talk about it.
Okay.
You know, and a lot of guys bury that shit, especially in hip hop. It's just like, it is what it is. Like, how many times have you heard, like, you know what I mean? Like the other day, my brother's with his friend and my friend told him, nigga, you got fat as fuck. We don't talk to each other like that.
Nigga, you could have been talking about me, but keep going.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just different.
When you're saying women don't? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we don't be like, oh, bitch, you got fat. Like, we just don't talk like that. So I'm saying sometimes guys have this, like, I don't know, this thing that y'all do. So when I come to the mix and I don't accept certain things, I'm emotional. Because I don't accept what they accept. You know? So it's always a problem. Like, here you go. You always want to dissect something. It's like, bro, I just address everything. I don't like weird air. And some people can live like that. Some people lived with weird air their whole life. I have peace. So that little weird air, I can't have it.
So you're pretty direct? You will just kind of look someone in the eye and say something?
Yeah. Or ask what's up. And I know that's a lot.
It's a question.
Yeah, man. And I always
That's a nice way to go about things.
Always been pinned as like aggressive because I just like to get to the bottom of shit.
Yeah.
Like if I came to you and be like, bro, were you talking shit about me?
Yeah.
Sometimes I forget like what I look like and shit. I'm just like genuinely like, bro, were you talking shit about me? It looks like I want to fight, but I really am just like,
you want to resolve it.
Yeah, I want to resolve it, and I'm ready for you to swing. So I'm ready. But
okay, you are ready for that.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
But only because I got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. We can go down a whole hip hop is crazy, bro. If you ask every female in hip hop, I promise you they have similar stories. It's just, it's the same shit. It's same shit, different years.
Have you seen a change at all in the last 5 years? Are we heading anywhere with this, or are we just kind of stuck?
No, I don't think we're stuck. I think it's a new world with women, period. I feel like we switched. It's like, yeah, fuck yeah, we switched. But now I love that women are savages now. I love that men are questioning themselves now. I know, I love that shit. I love that people are like, oh, women just talk about this in hip hop. Yeah, we've always talked like that, but now it's okay to say that shit. Like men, you know, I keep saying men, but it's like people want us to talk about certain shit. Like, oh yeah, everybody talk about pussy and did it. It's like, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want. As long as my merch is selling and people are buying my music, fuck what you talking about. But guys can talk about hoes and, you know, bitches on my dick. The same song, but we're like, that nigga is a boss.
right.
Boss shit. It's like, you weak, bruh. You know, and I don't know. I like where we are. I'll never bitch about women and like where we stand in hip hop and we're always fighting for this. Like, nah, now we're just talking shit out loud and you mad. I'm not mad at anything, you know?
Mm-hmm. On the other side of the aisle with the queer community, you're saying there's a barrier, said earlier, with being a hip hop artist?
Is that
fuck yeah.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
That sucks.
Well,
does it or maybe not?
I remember, sorry, what this is making me think about a little is I interviewed an amazing Austin rapper who I'd be happy to connect with, Steven Hernandez. He's fantastic. And he's Hispanic. And he was talking about how this division between, he's Mexican-American and between Mexican people from Mexico.
And they're fighting all the time. And he's saying 100%. Like, we're both victims of racism.
We could be together and trying to fight a bigger cause, but instead we're fighting each other. And within the queer community, to be like pushing you out for being into hip hop when it's like we could be together on this.
100%. But that goes across the board, right? Like Austin music, like Austin musicians, the Austin, you know, it's like we could make so much money together. It's crazy, man. The queer community has not pushed me out. I wouldn't say that. But again, if you asked me on 2 different days, I could give you 2 different answers. There's so many things, bro. So many things. One day I look at it and I'm like, they haven't pushed me out. You know, they've embraced me. They've paid me. They've written articles about me. I mean, I have it right here. It's like, with Ballsy debut, Mama Do creates a lane for queer rap in Austin. Like, I haven't been pushed out. It's just that sometimes I feel like I'm not gay enough for the gay scene. I'm not gay enough. I'm not a boy dressed as a girl. I'm not that with a high ponytail and lipstick and everybody's fucking fainting. You know what I'm saying? There's like, I'm not that. And I think sometimes that's what they're looking for, like extravagant, over the top, but not all the time, man. I don't want that to sound like a gripe. I am embraced, you know. I'm never like, oh, this person's this community and da-da-da-da-da. I enjoy this. It makes me be like, why do they and not, you know, it's like a game. It's a really cool game because I'm not struggling anymore. It's like I'm booked and people see me and my merch is selling. So I get to see it from like I'm not mad that that's what the queer lineup looks like. I'm actually there, front row supporting everybody. But it makes me wonder. Now I could be like, not all mad in the crowd and shit, you know?
Yes.
You don't seem mad.
You seem at peace.
I am, man.
Which is pretty amazing.
I get more upset for people that look like me that aren't getting love, you know? Yeah. It's like one of those things where like I could pick on my little brother, but you can't pick on my little brother.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I don't give a fuck if you don't put me. What about all those people that y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. But you're saying you can't fight tooth and nail for them as much. It's just, and I used to be so fucking mad. Yeah.
What? The city's fucking sleeping on me, bro. I have so much to give, but it's like,
well, you do. You really, that was a real feeling to have. That I endorse.
But I also had that feeling with no music out.
Is what popped off for you the Austin, the songwriting group? Is that really what changed the most? You think? Because you'd already been a South by official artist and done a bunch.
Yeah. No, that's not what really changed it for me.
Okay.
That put me into another gear, you know. Okay. But I think what changed it for me is being nominated for an Austin Music Award with not one song out.
That's crazy. How'd that happen?
You know what's super cool? And they'll probably never say this, and like maybe one day when I get there, get and I own that fucking skyline downtown, we can
Yes.
talk about it. We could talk about it, like
Yeah.
me and whoever fucking runs Austin, you know. But check this out. The year that I got nominated, this is the first time I ever said this on the record. It's just a theory of mine.
Okay. We're here for it.
The year I got nominated for an Austin Music Award, the way that you voted, the first round it was an open bar. And I was like, I told all my fucking followers, go flood that shit. So they flooded it. So when the second round of voting came on, Mama Duke was on that bitch.
That was so smart.
So guess what? I am nominated for an Austin Music Award. I'm there, everything. You know what I'm saying? Got my little seat with my girl. Didn't win. Who gives a fuck?
What'd you wear?
A fucking black button up. You know, my dyke shit. You know, just classic. I'm not gonna win, so I'm not finna go all crazy. I'm gonna wear something where it's like it's cool, but I'm in this bitch. You know
Yeah, totally.
But anyways, peep game. The next year, they announced we're not doing that anymore. We decide the people.
Oh,
like
no voter poll.
I bet they were like, hold up. I had no music out.
That Mama Duke, she's ruining everything. The walls are falling down. That upstart.
Bro, so hold on, wait. So in my head, I'm like, let's go. I was like, hell yeah. Somebody got in the door that had no fucking music out, and that fucking terrified some fucking body. Like, hold up. So, but it's cool. Now, guess what gets to go in my bio?
Yeah, and it's going
Nominated.
nowhere. That's there forever.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll be back.
You're gonna.
Oh, 100%, 100%. Even though I'm kind of like, you know, I hate to ruffle feathers, bro. I wish.
So let's ruffle.
I wish. It's like your job. You're like, let's fucking ruffle.
I mean, come on.
Mama Duke says, fuck
juice.
Austin.
Yeah, that's great. Mama Duke says, fuck Austin. That's the headline.
I bet there's like a moment where it's like, you know, you could talk shit about people and like the nominees and shit. And then you cross over into this space where you can't talk shit the same, like journalist or something, where it's like, say, you know what I mean? Like artists, I could say all day, man, that motherfucker's trash. And then you have to step into this responsibility of, damn, I can't go around saying people are trash anymore.
Like if you get nominated, you don't want to trash in their nominees. That's kind of not classy, right?
Yeah, it's like, I'm not even going to say anything in particular, but like, I'm not crazy about the nominees this year.
Okay. So you are willing to do that. That's awesome. All right, keep going. I guess you're not nominated.
I'm not crazy about the nominees only because we're in a fucking pandemic.
Yes, we are.
And not everybody deserves that spot. There's not a lot of people active out here, man. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors. There's those people that are